So Game of Thrones actor Peter Dinklage went on a podcast the other day and declared that it was, quote, offensive and backward that Disney was planning to hire real-life dwarves, little people, for a remake of the film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Listen.
I was a little taken back by they're very proud to cast a Latino actress as Snow White.
Yeah.
But you're still telling the story of Snow White,
yeah.
And Seven Dwarfs.
Sure.
So, take a step back and look at what you're doing there.
Yeah.
I know. That makes no sense to me.
Well,
you're progressive in one way, but you're still making that backward story of seven dwarves living in a cave. What the are you doing, man?
So in response to that podcasts have real power now. The Disney company said it was, quote, rethinking its use of dwarves in the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remake. Now some dwarf actors are asking, who put Peter Dinklage in charge of the dwarf community? Dylan Postl played Hornswoggle, the leprechaun, in the WWE for 10 years. He also acted the Muppets. He joins us now. Thanks so much for joining us. So I think a lot of people hear this podcast and they think, well, here's a guy who's got the authority to speak on this, and that's his view, and no one kind of questions it. Tell us what your reaction to it was.
I mean, my biggest thing is he wants to be progressive, and it's all about progression, and I support that completely. But the issue is him being progressive is eliminating 7 potential dream jobs from the dwarf acting community, and that's my issue here. Is he's saying he wants to move forward and do good for the community when these are dream jobs. I got hired by WWE. WWE was my dream job since I was 4 years old. Since I was 4 years old, all I wanted to be was a WWE superstar. And in any other circumstance, it wouldn't have been able to be done by me. I'm not 6 foot, I'm not 250 pounds, but they were looking for a person like me, a little person, to fill this role. They hired me, and I got to live my dream for 10 years. Now, there's dwarf actors out there that their dream is to star in a film, especially a Disney film, because as we know, Disney doesn't do remakes or any of their movies at a small scale. They were going to blow this movie up, obviously. And these are 7 roles that are few and far between for dwarves anyways, that were made for us. And that's what's ridiculous to me about the whole situation is it's not being progressive. You're hurting the community by what you're doing.
You make a really good point, and the film is called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So, I mean, if there was ever a place, it might be. All right.
It's not Snow White and the 7 normal-sized humans. I get that we have to be progressive, we have to move forward, but you're changing one of the most known fairy tales and one of the most known Disney adaptations of all time. Why? And also, I hate to say it, and the King Dwarf thing I said, and I mean that. Who put this guy in charge, and why is he the single voice? Like, for a whole community of people. I can argue I was on TV for 10 years. I was in film, not at the scale he was, but why? Because he throws the red flag, is everything stopped? And
that's such a great point.
What upsets me is.
So one guy has an opinion on a podcast, and he gets to take control of your career going forward. That's a little strange. So have you met with? I mean, I think you make a very fair point. Have you met with Disney?
I have not, and I would absolutely love to, and I would absolutely love to give my opinion, as well as I've had people from the dwarf community reach out to me, saying how this is crazy that to recast or to make it normal humans or normal sides. I use that term. But normal humans and normal-sized humans for these roles. It's insane to me, and it just doesn't make any sense. I say it all the time. Disney, I know 6 dwarf actors with myself that would love these roles. I'll play Sleepy or Grumpy or whoever, or I'll be a stunt double for one of them for all I care. These are dream roles literally made for our community. And I just think it's crazy to recast it.
You make such a good point. It's a metaphor. A small number of unhappy people get to wreck it for everyone. Dylan, I hope you get exactly the role that you want, and I hope you reach Disney. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you very much for your time.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.